Hello, friends. Welcome back. I am Rob, also known around here as that developer dad, and I'm just getting things set up so that I can do the stuff and things. We'll dig into the content here in a minute because this afternoon I want to do the at least set up the Azure subscription that's going to host the NPC generator. So I'm just going to pop out my chat right here and pull you down this way. And I've got the Azure portal open over here. And I need to pop over here. And I actually want to change some of the things that y'all can see. There we go. All right. So between this morning and now, I created a new subscription. And for some reason, it's in the pay-as-you-go subscription for some crazy reason. But that's okay. So let's go back to TDD apps. This is a little bit confusing because I thought I had, let's go into resource groups, refresh, TDD RG admin. Let's see, here we are. And I want to move it to TDD-apps. And it says no results were found. That's annoying. All right, so for some reason, it's all hucked under the pay-as-you-go subscription, which is kind of annoying. So we've got that static site, refresh, and I still can't see it for some reason. That's very, very annoying. No, I don't want to pin it to my dashboard. All right. List view, location equals all, filter for any field. And I believe I went TDD-RG. But yet, here it is. So there's that. Okay. So I've got it there. I don't have any deployments stood up yet. That comes later. And access control. Let's view my access on this. I am the service admin. Okay, good. So I guess I'll come back to here and I'll create another resource group. Now I better go back and make sure this is all in the right place. So what's my region here? East US, good. And here's this. What region is this? region doesn't apply to the subscription level. Okay. So I guess we'll add a filter, tag status exposure. What other things? Location equals East US. Apply. And I don't know why it's not showing up. I'm going to refresh this view. Weird. All right, so there's TDD apps. Excuse me. And where the heck did it go? That's so weird. Okay. Let's create a couple more resource groups. So create. I guess it has to go into the pay-go. Here's TDD apps. Gemini, Cricket. TDD, RG, admin. Let's create that. In the East US, that's where we want it. Tags. Purpose is going to be admin. I'm going to say host role. Resource role. Admin. Review and create. All right, good. And let's create that. Cool. Now, let's add a filter. Location, tags, exposure. How about subscription? Nope. Okay. Fine. Let's create another one. Under TDD apps, and it's going to be TDD resource group app hosts. Yeah. Tags, resource role is going to be app hosts. Review and create. Okay, everything looks good there. You know what? I think I want to go back and change the name, and we're going to kebab case all this. All right. Review and create. Good. Hit the create button. Filter for any field. No. Here's TDD apps. This one, I want to come in here and delete it because it's in the wrong place. Okay. TDD, RG, admin. not add, but TDD RG admin. Goodbye. All right, good. Now, let's close this and refresh our view. That'll go away eventually. Oh, there it goes. Okay, one more to add. And it is going to be in the TDD apps. I'm going to call it TDD-RG for resource group dash resources. Next, I'm going to give it a tag of resource role, and the value is going to be resource host. Review and create. All right, I like it. We'll create it. Excuse me. Okay, now inside RG admin, we need to, well, let's refer to our diagram here. And actually, there's an edit that I want to make to this. And our Azure subscription is going to be called TDD-apps. This guy is TDD-RG- with a lowercase t. Let's flip back to this. RG resources. We'll pop back to Safari for a second. TDD RG app hosts. TDD RG app hosts. Gotta go and make that not like that. Now, this, I gotta ungroup it. Because getting rid of that as a discrete subscription, and we're going to put Active Directory into the same subscription, but its own resource group, TDD RG admin. And there we go. And I believe all of our labels are now up to date. So let's just push the save button up there. And we'll pop in here. All right. And let's come back out to the home page. I want to go here. And I want to favorite this subscription. So billing, settings, programmatic deployment. We'll get into all of that stuff eventually. But I'm just going to hit that. And if we go home, there's that. Good. So let's go into TDD apps. And top products by number of resources, tags, settings. Let's take a look at the resource groups. We've got the three of them, good. So let's go to TDD RG admin. And hit the create button. Now this might be creating, oh, no, it's not. Good. All right, I don't care about private offers. I need Azure Active Directory B2C. No. All right. Let's go through creating our Active Directory business to consumer. Like any existing, I don't have an existing one. We need to create a new one. Organization name is that developer dad, and we're going to call it that developer dad on Microsoft.com, United States Geographic, TDD Apps Resource Group, good. And I'm feeling some hesitance. So let's create a new window. Go to Microsoft Learn, set up new Azure Active Directory B2C. Here we go. Create an Azure Active Directory B2C tenant. Hey, Frightful. It could well be familiar. This is my first time standing any of this stuff up all by myself. I've had the great privilege of being able to just operate. Yes, I am the person who wore the Perry the Platypus shirt last week. I've had the privilege of being able to work in environments where all of these things were set up for me before. And so now I am getting ready to stand it up for myself. Ah, yes, this does all look familiar. I don't know how to turn that down for you, Frightful. Frightful wanted to type something in all caps, and then Nightbot jumped all over his face for it, or their face. I don't know if you're a he, she, or they. So I'm going to play it safe and go with they. But I'm setting up the stuff to be able to host this application. Oh, good Lord. Yeah, it's really easy to set Nightbot to be a little bit too strict. So I added Active Directory as a resource provider, search for expand it, make sure row shows the status of registered. If it doesn't, select the row. Spamming emotes. And how do I do that? I need to change some things here. Chat settings. Oh gosh. Manage moderation settings. This is not what I want to be doing in real time while I'm trying to do work stuff. unbanned. Yeah, I don't know how to do any of that stuff, and I can't mess with it right now. Yeah, probably. Nightbot just smacked Frightful, put him on a 10-minute timeout for spamming emotes, and that was a little bit excessive, I think. All right, created a new one. Go local. I'm not going to mess with that. Initial domain name. Location. Yeah. Subscription, resource group. Review and create. All right. Let's do it. B2C extensions app is automatically created inside the new directory. Storing user data. Okay. I don't need the Go Local add-on yet. All right, let's review and create. Back to the plan. Required information is missing or not valid. What's missing? Oh, configuration. Here we go. Already in use by another directory. Okay. Developer dad. Apps. Organization name. There's probably also apps. I'll just do this way. Oh, bummer. Okay. Now let's try review and create. Hey, we're good. So developer.apps.onmicrosoft.com exists. Let's create it. And it is creating my tenant. And this is going to take a few minutes. All right, it's doing its thing. Good. And we'll let it continue. Well, while it's continuing, we can go back to the home page. Excuse me. And I can just close that. It's going to keep working. So I need to go to my resource groups. And we come into app hosts. Settings. No, it's not here. I need to create a resource. Okay. I'll do that in a minute. And Azure Services Only. Web app, Azure Service, Azure OpenAI, Virtual Network, Resource Group, App Service. Okay. I do not want that. Azure Services Only, please. I don't need an app service domain. App spaces. No, don't want a container app or app configuration or API app. I need to go to an app service plan. So yeah, I guess we do. Create. It's going to go into app hosts. Good. And let's see here. Let's say ASP for app service plan, temp, host. We're going to use Linux. We are not going to use a premium v3. That's insanity. I don't care about zone redundant. So we can leave that disabled. We are going to go with the free plan. I like free. Free is good. App service plan, temp host, free. We're just going to use this one for testing. Oh, yeah, sorry, Frightful. 9 of 12 tried to log in and help, but I think she had logged in as a different user that is not promoted to a mod in this channel. Tags. I don't know what Nightbot was going on about. Resource role is going to be app host experimental. Okay, good deal. Thanks, Nine. So there's that. We've got our app service plan. Review and create. Do the things. Okay, yes. Thank you for the offer to help me out with the streaming stuff after this session is done. Okay, so I've created my app service plan. It is TDD-RG. It's living in TDD-RG app hosts with ASP for app service plan, temp host free. Cool. And let's push the button. I am, in fact, on the free tier, so this isn't going to cost us any money. There's that. All right. Oh, Frightful did a couple of messages in all caps right at the start when they came in, and then sent a bunch of emotes and stuff like that. So that deployment is complete. Good deal. Deployment resources. All right. So let's take a look. We'll go home, and we'll come into TDD apps. And our current cost is 0, our forecast is 0. Top products by number of resources, whatever. Let's go into resource groups. Now, the next one that I want to set up is, and get rid of that chat settings. Go away. I think you should hopefully be fine, Frightful. I got to get in and tweak some Nightbot settings real soon. Yeah, that 600-second timeout was excessive. That was way more than excessive. Now there is a Azure SQL free, and there's a specific way you gotta do it. Yeah, Nightbot isn't actually AI. It's just a program with some stuff that looks at things to help it determine what the heck is going on. And it really just uses heuristics and algorithms to figure out, okay, yeah, that's too much. Started look for the apply offer banner. Offer is available for one database per Azure subscription. Good. And I'm looking for Azure SQL database for free. So let's create. And I want to go Azure SQL database. And do that. And search. And I should set pricing. Oops. I want to add a filter. Duh. Filter by pricing. Free. Add that filter. And search. Azure services only. Come on. This thing is so silly. SQL database. Azure SQL. Which one? Designed for new Azure customers looking to get started and existing customers that might need a development database for proof of concept. Okay, provisioning page for Azure SQL database. Yeah. Azure free. Doesn't already have a SQL database with free offer. One free database per subscription. Okay, that's fine. I believe it's here. SQL database. All right, subscription. Want to try Azure SQL database for free? Abso-frickin-lutely. Bam. 32 gigs of data, 32 gigs of backup storage, free per month for lifetime of the subscription. I like it. Now, enter database name is going to be TDD GM Tools. Okie dokie. Server. Enter required settings for this database, a logical server, and configuring the compute. So, under the project settings, all right, provisioning page for Azure SQL. Under project details, select the subscription name, enter resource group. Cool. We're going there for the database name. Now, oh, I have to create a server name. Duh. What even? TDD, SQL, free. Yep. Location is East US. Entra only authentication. Good. Set Microsoft Entra admin. I'm pulling this off to my other screen for a minute while I do this. Okay, so it wants me to select an admin. Oh, both SQL and Entra authentication. Okay. And I'm going to pull this up, and I'm going to come in here, go here, important notes. Is going to be that. Copy, paste. Oh, it doesn't like that. Oh, wait. Server admin login. Okay. So it's making me set up credentials for the SQL Server. Bear with me for just a minute. Let's go ahead and let Apple do that. Paste that. Okay, now what's this Entra stuff? Select the location from the drop-down list. And about just users? There. Select. All right. And server in the selected region. For your subscription, please try another region or create a support ticket. Why are you being a goofball? All right. Cancel East US. Does not have access to create a server in the selected region. Okay, Akka MS SQL capacity. Copy. And new window, or new tab. Go here. Let's see what Akka MS SQL capacity has to say. Subscription access. Has not been registered with the SQL resource provider. Provisioning is restricted. Please choose. Okay. Register your subscription with the SQL resource provider. Azure-Portal, Azure CLI, or Azure PowerShell. So let's take a look at what this article has to say. We're learning together. Go to subscription, select the subscription of interest, resource providers under settings, SQL related extensions, register, re-register, or unregister for the Microsoft SQL provider depending on your desired action. Okay, so before I do this, I need to open this in a new window and pick that. And Azure Portal, go to Services, All Services. This. All Services. Check. Go to Subscriptions. Select the subscription of interest. I want this one. Okay. Resource providers. Under settings. Resource locks. Resources. Resource providers. Here we go. And I go SQL. And I need to select this. Registration required. Okay. And let's go ahead and re-register. And we can see it's doing the things. All right. All right, good. So now I can come back over here to the off-screen thing. Change to South Central, East US, Access to create a server in the selected region. Okay. And it is still not letting me do this. Why is it being so silly? Server name, location, East US. Okay. Resource groups. What about in here? Settings. Security, deployment stacks, policies, properties. Deployments, nope. 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 Okay. I'm obviously going to have to fight with Azure to get that SQL Server thing stood up. So while that's being a butthead, because it appears it wants to be a butt, let's add close. I really wish I could remember this preference for Azure services only, because that's kind of annoying. Let's do Azure OpenAI. And let it think, do its thing, spin, spin, spin. Now this may be a little funny. Cognitive services resource type. When you select a subscription in the subscription dropdown, click to learn more how to check registration state for your selected subscription. Okay, so this might also give me some business as well. East US. Name will be TDD Thinkin' Meats. No. AOA. Yeah, AOAI. GM tools. Pricing tier. Standard S0. I want to see pay as you go. How about that? I'm going to open this in a new tab and go here. Region. How about pricing tiers? Different pricing tiers to meet your needs. What is standard S0? That doesn't mean anything to me. Content filters and abuse monitoring, no, that's fine. Okay, heck with it, standard S0. Go next. Network. Configure network security for your Azure AI services resource. All networks, including the internet, can access this resource. Absolutely not. Selected networks, configure security for your Azure AI services resource. I think you know what, we'll leave this up for the time being. Now let's change that to this. VNet, subnet, IP ranges to allow access from the internet or your on-premises networks. I'm not going to put that stuff in here just yet. Heck with it. We'll do that. I'm going to shut this off in a few minutes anyway. Next, tags, exposure. Let's go public temp. Next, create, I agree to the legal terms and privacy statements associated with the Azure Marketplace offerings. Yeah. Tags exposure. And open link in new tab. This is giving me the willies, guys. I want to do Azure OpenAI pricing tier S0. Okay, you know what? I'm going to back out of this and I'm going to come to TDD RG resources and we're going to set access control. And I think first I need to go out here and hit, no, let's just go here. TDD apps, temp host free, tire kicking pay as you go. I want to see RG admin. I'll come in here and actually go to here, my tenant here. Now, I'm logged in as me. What's my access? Okay, I am the owner. Good. Now, settings, properties, automation. Nope. Overview, delete, move, resource, blah, blah, blah. I think I have to open the B2C tenant. Let's do this. Pop that over here. All right. And add identity providers, create a user flow. I don't need to enable custom domains or anything like that yet. Time-based OTP. We are on monthly active users, which is good. And manage. How about groups? Security, conditional access, risky users, activities, audit logs, user flows, and I need to do a little bit of research because I have not set things up in AD from scratch before. So register your application, built-in policies, graph API, I don't need that. I don't need to customize the user interface. All right. So I think I'm gonna end the stream soon, like in a minute. I'm gonna do my wrap up because I have gotten a lot done. I haven't gotten everything done, but I've gotten quite a lot done. But there's an awful lot of what I need to do that is going to involve some sensitive credentials, stuff like that. And I don't want to do that live, obviously, because then somebody could watch my videos and harvest the credentials and wreak havoc on my systems. So I don't want to do that. I really don't want to expose myself to that level of risk. So I am going to do some homework and get some initial stuff set up offline, like later this afternoon into this evening. And then I'm going to come back tomorrow and we're going to try applying, or we're going to start setting up the actual application and the services and so on. But I want to get some security groups put into place and some managed identities and stuff like that, so that things are nice and secure and I'm not just creating resources that are flapping around with their private parts shown on the internet for an enterprising user to come and find and exploit. So I did get quite a bit done today. I feel good about that. Not quite as far as I wanted to because I'm learning as I go. But that's fine. That's sort of the point of this whole exercise, is learning as I go and showing that, yeah, even though I've been writing code for 20 years, I've still got lots to learn. And we can learn it together. So I'm going to take care of that learning and that figuring out, and I'm going to report back tomorrow morning. So until then, take care of yourselves, be kind to yourselves, and happy coding. Bye.